Hey guys, it's Blaze. We're back with another one. Today we are on another D&D story where I tell you all about a character I have made, their backstory, their life, everything about them, as much as I can, sharing with you the ideas I have made, and without further ado, let's get in the video. Alright guys, it's Blaze. We're back with another one. As you can see, we are doing another D&D episode of my characters. So, let's get into it. I'm going to play the music. Just continuing the music from the last video. I like to kind of record these in duos, if you hadn't noticed. So, I'm just going to start off with, I haven't played this character yet. I have played one or two after this, but I figured let's do Hoots because I like Hoots. He's a great guy. I made him to play in a campaign that we were supposed to start back in February, and we still have yet to start it. So I'm just under the assumption we're not even doing it anymore. But yeah, Hoots. I love Hoots. He's a great guy. So Hoots is a Alan? I actually have a character sheet for him because I haven't played him yet. Where is he? Ah, here he is. Yes, he's an Alan. He is an Alan Toymaker. That is his race and class. So Toymaker is a class that I made myself. I'm not going to really release most of the information about it. But if you all, want to know more about it, I might tell you, I might not. Still haven't decided yet. Maybe by the time this comes out, I've made up my mind. I'm recording this like a week or two in advance. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, Hoots. His actual name, Hoots is a nickname. His name is Alexander Hooter. Hoots for short. I'm just going to go ahead and start with his stats. This campaign was supposed to be played at level 4. We were allowed 1 free feat. So I have the alert feat. Because we were allowed 1 free feat. I don't remember why, but it says I have dark vision up to 120 feet. That might be racial. I don't know. I've never played a Alan before, and it's been months since I looked at Alans, so I don't remember. But AC is 19, initiative 10, speed is 30. Ability score, strength is 12, dex is 20, con is 18, intelligence 14, wisdom 18, charisma 12. Proficient in sleight of hand, stealth, history, perception, and insight. I have studded leather and a shield. And I'm trying to remember how I got dex bonuses. I have Toymakers start out with 2 hand axes and a warhammer, so that's my weapons. And then Toymakers do get some spells. At level 4, all you have is 2 cantrips. So I have friends and message. So let me go to Toymaker real fast. I'm not going to share all of it, but I will share some of it. And we'll get into Mr. Hoot. The Toymaker. They are con-based, D8. They go up to 3rd level spells. They also have cantrips. Aside from that, I'm just going to share what I have up to level 4. And that's all I'm going to share in the video. So level 1, I get 3 things. 3 things. I get Craft Maker. At level 1, on every short or long rest, I can craft anything automatically. And then I have Craft. At level 1, to craft things, I must make a sleight of hand check of 8, unless an ability that says automatically. So I have to roll at least an 8 on sleight of hand to make something. And keep in mind, I'm also proficient in sleight of hand. In fact, we got hit with an ad, guys. But anyways, as I was saying, in fact, my sleight of hand bonus is +7. So, I don't... Depending on who the DM is, a natural one could let me make it or not. So essentially I make it no matter what. But that's Craft. Level 1, you have Toymaker. At level 1, you gain the ability that you can craft just as any other abilities say. However, you can only craft things that are Christmas related. If you are curious whether something counts or not, ask your DM. So anything you make is at DM's discretion. And I'll get more into this ability and why it's also Christmas related after I go through all the things that they have. Level 2, you get one thing. You have Buffer. At level 2, you gain the ability to gain +2 in Dex, Intelligence, or Wisdom. Probably took it in Dex because I have freaking 20 in Dex at level 4, which is insane. Level 3, you get Spellcasting. Y'all know what Spellcasting is. What do I use to spellcast? I think it's Wisdom, but I want to be sure. I have made a class where it's Con. I think that's Summoner from Final Fantasy because it's like a spirit thing. Where it's like using your spirit to cast. Wisdom. So yeah, my casting stats Wisdom. Aside from that, I'm just going to move on to level 4, which is ability score increase. So that's all I have as Toymaker up to level 4. So I'm Alan, Toymaker, level 4. So, I mean, you can jot all of this down if you want to run Toymaker. Go for it, up to level 4. Yeah. But, yeah, hit dice is D8. Proficiencies, light armor, simple weapons, warhammers, carpenter tools, painter's tools, tinker tools, and one of your choice. Saving throws are Dex and Wisdom. You get to choose 2 skills to be proficient in from Arcana, History, Insight, Perception, Sleight of Hand, and Survival. Your equipment to choose from is between a simple weapon and a shield, between 2 hand axes and a simple weapon, between studded leather and scale mill, and between Scholar's Pack and a Diplomat's Pack. And then you get a Warhammer. You just automatically get a Warhammer. So, I mean, if you want to make a Toymaker up to level 4, there you go. Anything past that, I can think about. But, yeah, I'm Alan, Toymaker. So now, before I get to Hoot's backstory, let's get into Christmas. Why is this related to Christmas? It also helps with background. I hadn't even talked about the background. The owl you see before you is the picture I actually used for Hoots. So this is like what I imagine Hoots looks like to a T. Hadn't drawn anything. This is what I would like Hoots to look like. Like exactly. 100%. Except for he probably has a giant freaking backpack on his back. But yeah, aside from that, toy shop. He's a toy maker. It's Christmas. Those two are going to go into what I'm about to explain. So one year for Christmas, me and my buddies, me and Wyatt, we kind of take turns, but we invite our friends and stuff. We like to do holiday one-shots, which is why I bring up one-shots all the time, because we do Halloween one-shots, New Year's one-shots, Christmas one-shots, sometimes Easter. It just depends if we're free, how much time we got. I was going to do them last year and ran out of time, so we didn't do them last year. Felt sad. But, we like Christmas one-shots, so one year for Christmas, I was like, I'm inspired to do something. And it was the first time I actually ever made a racer class. And I was like, I'm going to make a race in a class that's Christmas related for the Christmas one-shot. And White was like, go for it, because he was the DM. And I was just like, I can use it. I got it approved and everything after I made it. It was glorious. I forget what the character's name was, but since I made it, it was the inspiration for this, obviously. But the race is a Christmas elf. It is pretty much like Elf, just with, I think they lost one thing and then gained something. And then aside from that, I think they live longer, and they're like wicked short, like a dwarf or gnome. So, Christmas elf. I do have a Christmas elf race I have made, and I will... I'm not gonna throw that out there for people to use, but yeah. One of my friends asked, probably. Maybe. As for the class, though, Toymaker, obviously. I mean, why else would I be talking about this? I made Toymaker. Because elves, not all elves around Christmas are Toymakers, but a lot of them are, because how else does Santa make all the toys? Elves. So, Toymaker. So, essentially, the thing I ran for that Christmas one-shot was legit an elf from Stage's Workshop. And something was going on with Christmas, and this guy just sat out to go help. I feel like there's about to be an ad. I was so right. I was so flipping right. That's why I paused for so long. I was right. There was an ad. I could sense it. Anyways. So yeah, that's how the Christmas elf thing went. But it's like, how does it really relate to Hoots? I just decided to play the class, because when I played that one character that I probably will never play again, I don't even remember their name. That's why I said I'll probably play them again. I enjoyed playing them so much that I was like, I want to play Toymaker again. That's what the fun part was. It went over so well that I was like, I want to play it again. So here I am. I got permission to play it again. I was like, dude, I'm doing it. I'm playing freaking Toymaker. Let's go. What am I gonna play? Let's do Alan. I've never played Alan. So yeah, I got permission from the DM, even though we've never played it still yet, to play this character, and it was fun. Hopefully I'll get permission to play him eventually, even though it's a homebrew class. I've made several homebrew classes, and I will say this is probably the most balanced one. So if I ever have a chance to get someone to say yes to homebrew, this class is probably my best shot at getting someone to say yes. Toymaker is so fun. So yeah, since it's Christmas related and the elf, it's like a Christmas elf making toys, that's what this was originally based on. So I didn't want to change it. Technically, Toymaker, yes, I could make any type of toys and whatnot, but I wanted to keep it the way it was. It made it more interesting, you know what I mean? So Toymaker, they're essentially like Artificer, except for different. I focus in toys and things that can be useful to a kid, whereas Artificer just makes whatever. I make a bomb. Oh, you want a bomb? Here's something that ticks like a bomb, but it's not gonna blow up. Thing with Toymaker is anything you make has to be Christmas related, because it is a Christmas class. And I will say, I have made toys that are Christmas related. Now, I said if you want to run up Toymaker up to level 4, you can run these. I will share their names. I'm not going to share the stats. I'll share one of their stats. So essentially I made them like monsters, where you could run them. So first of all, I'll give you the one that you can have. which is the Nutcracker or the Toy Soldier. One of the two. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So a Nutcracker or a Toy Soldier. Class features: hit points. Hit dice is a D10. Gets as many as you do. You have to do their health right as you make them and stuff. So depending what level you are, depends how many hit dice they get. It's D10s. Actually, their health is going to be better than yours. Stats. They have Strength 14, Dex 11, Con 14, Intelligence 8, Wisdom 10, Charisma 8. Attacks with a D10 Strength. Also has extra attack. All these toys have a little gimmick. The Toy Soldier or Nutcracker is extra attack. Speed and AC, movement is 15 feet, AC is 12. Saving throw proficiencies is Strength and Constitution. And then if anything else matters besides what's given, use your stats. So that's the one you get. The others, I'm just going to give you the names. We have Toy Tank, we have Toy Wizard, Toy Archer, and then Teddy Bear. So yeah, those are the things that I make. I probably will make a grand, longer list eventually some point. But these are the ones I like. They each have their own uses. It's enough for me for one campaign. It's great. I mean, I also make things like, oh, you need rope? Here's some garland. You get my point. It's like, it's Christmas related. Oh, we need rope. Here's some garland. Or maybe some lights, strand of lights. And it's like, need something heavy or big to hit something with. Oh, here's a giant candy cane. It's like, I make things, but they have to be Christmas related. And it's like, it's Toy Maker because its whole gimmick is making toys. These toys fight for you. That's why I was like, Nutcracker, you have stats and all. Until you hit a certain level. I'm not going to say what level. But eventually, toys get their own turn. Until then, they share a turn with you. And because toys get their own turn, DMs just discriminate about how many you can have. You can have as many toys as you want. It's how many you can have in battle is what they discriminate against and stuff. So, if I was to play the campaign where I was allowed to play him, my DM said 3. So I can have more than 3, I just can only have 3 on the battlefield. I was like, it makes sense, it's cool. I get that. I'm a DM, makes sense. I would hate for someone to have that ability too. It's like, I have an army. Anyways. Yeah, Hoots is pretty cool. So, yeah, that's all that ad hits so fast, dude. Anyways. But yeah, that's all the grand picture about Toy Maker and everything about it. If I choose to give you any more information, I will. But for now, all you get is up to level 4. So if you do want to use Toy Maker, all you have is up until level 4. You just gotta make sure to pause it and write down all the information you need. Anyways, let's now get into his backstory before I get hit with another ad. Anyways, backstory. Hoots. I actually wonder if I can find the document, because that would help. Hoots. Yes. For a second I was like, why is it so long? It's not that long. It's pretty short. I'm actually going to read it instead of just explaining it. Alexander Hooter is someone who was once left as a baby and alone. Oh, I read that wrong. He was left alone as a baby, and a lone maiden found him and raised him. He grew up. As he grew up, he was given the nickname Hoots. Hoots was a very happy Alan growing up with his stepmother, who he loved dearly. Her name was Guinevere Thomas. As Hoots grew up, he loved making things and making his mother Guinevere's oh. I must be tired, y'all. I keep reading this wrong. As Hoots grew up, he loved making things, and his mother Guinevere supported him with his passion the whole way. He also loved this rare tradition people had called Christmas. It intrigued him, so he wanted to learn more. So with his passions, he made toys such as stuffed bears and nutcrackers. But eventually, all the joy would change for Hoots. Sadly, Guinevere passed from old age right after Hoots hit adulthood. Now that Hoots was alone, he didn't know what to do. Eventually, he decided that his mother would want him to move on. So he decided to use his crafting arts and love for Christmas to help people, and he started traveling town to town helping whoever needed it. So essentially, he travels and gives kids toys and it helps people if they're in need. Like his mother taught him as he grew up. As she supported him, he shall support the people of the world. A little short, neat backstory that's like wholehearted and everything. Makes you want to cry, makes you feel all warm and everything. It's like, that's Hoots for you, man. It's like, I know I make a lot of characters like this, but it's like, dang. Hoots' backstory makes you just want to cry. Anyways. That's about it for Hoots. I think I got everything. Hope I got everything. Anyways. Trying to decide who's next. I know I had to order this. Flopsy's next, that's right. You're gonna love Flopsy. I ain't even gonna get who Flopsy is or anything. I'm just gonna say Flopsy is homebrew, but it's not my homebrew. I like Flopsy, and I will say no one is ever gonna let me run Flopsy, and it's sad. Anyways, aside from that, I will see you tomorrow when we discuss Flopsy. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you all for watching. This is Blaze. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe this will inspire you to make your own D&D character, somewhat like what I've made, or something completely different. Maybe it just inspired you to play D&D. Whatever the case, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.